Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Career Mode, and I'm back. We are still here with Liverpool, and we haven't won a game yet. In honesty, I'm a little bit disappointed, but this is the sort of thing you've got to go through when you have a new team. You know, you got to get used to it, got to get a good feeling for the team and how to play with them, and things like that. So we're currently still using the 3-5-2 formation. I did say I was going to change it, and I still plan on doing it. It's just going to take me a little bit because I am a little bit more ahead than what you guys are currently viewing. So I had this game against Arsenal. You know, I mean, the fixtures really haven't been too kind to me. I know I had West Brom, and I suppose that's the one game I probably should have definitely lost. But since then, I've had Manchester City, and now I have Arsenal. So for that reason, you know, I wouldn't consider myself completely failing, but you know, I really do need to step it up. But regardless, I had this game against Arsenal and I went 1-0 up, which was fantastic. Really solid to see. A good clearance header there, and we managed to get it all the way out to the halfway line, but unfortunately we just couldn't get our hands on it for too much longer. And there, Akinfeev was so easily beaten at the near post there. He really isn't performing too well at the moment. I don't know what to think of him at the moment, but so far I'm really not impressed. And that is an absolutely just the biggest sitter that you can possibly miss in the 90th minute. How did you do that, Sturridge? Again, so for me, Akinfeev, he got an 8.4 rating, but for me, he was the reason for that goal there. I know near post goals in this game are quite easy to score, but come on, I mean, that was really easy. You can even see the news are starting to pick up on it. Peter Pan needs to improve, and that's true. You know, I need to sort some things out. I need to change things around, and I had a Euro League game coming up, so I needed to win that. There was no doubt about it. This needed to be my first win, and you know, there was just a lot of things. Players that I was hoping were gonna step up and perform really haven't. Don't get me wrong. Aubameyang really has done quite well so far. You know, he had a good game against Arsenal. Sturridge really hasn't lived up to what I was hoping for, and mainly because his finishing has been absolutely awful. He's been getting in good spots, he's been doing a good job on the ball, but when it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net, he has been absolute trash. So hopefully he can sort himself out in that sense. But until then, I think we're going to have to rely on Aubameyang there to bury the goals, especially since Suarez has left. To those of you who might have been living under a rock or just haven't been able to catch up on my latest episodes, Suarez has left and we replaced him with Aubameyang, and I am excited to see what happens. Aubameyang is actually very much a surprisingly big player in my opinion. Like, when I say big, I mean like physically. He's really tall. I feel as though he's very much like Sturridge at the moment, but in the sense that he actually finishes his dinner. You know, he puts the ball in the back of the net when I need him to, which is great to see. And I really am enjoying playing with him at the moment. But you know, Akinfeev, he has got to be the biggest, you know, disappointment in the team at the moment. I mean, he has just been letting in some really pathetic goals. And the defensive mid, Mvia, he has been doing a good job so far. He hasn't been outstanding, but he's just been doing his job, and that's exactly what I need at the moment. You know, we haven't been playing amazing, but he's been consistent and he's been doing well, and that's exactly what I want to see. So I'm happy for that reason, and I just want to see more of that. I want to see more consistency. But like I said, I did have a Euro game here, and it wasn't against a super top class side, so I was hoping that I could do something good against them, really perform well, get some goals in the back of the net, most importantly. As you can see, Sturridge managed to do some really good hold up play there, create a bit of space, wait for some time to pass. Coutinho goes straight past the defender with some nice dribbling, and I believe that is Aubameyang there who gets a goal, and he is actually putting the ball into back of net. But for me, the man that set that all up was Coutinho, and some good hold up play by Sturridge himself. And don't get me wrong, guys, like, Sturridge is doing a good job in that sense. You know, he is creating some good goals, he's playing some good hold up play, his dribbling is okay, but what I want from a striker is someone who can score, and at the moment he just isn't capable of doing that, and it is becoming extremely irritating. So at the moment, we're just hoping that he develops into a little bit better of a player. But a fantastic ball, that was literally a peach of a ball played up. And speak of the devil, he does manage to get a goal there, and it was a pretty good finish himself. You know, it was at the near post, but it wasn't one of those convincing goals. And admittedly, you know, I suppose I have to take a few of my words back there, as he does get a goal, but overall I'm just not entirely convinced on him. But 2-0 up, I was feeling really good in the 20th minute, but in FIFA, you know, you can go 2-0 up and then end up losing 3-2. I mean, it's a complete sort of random game. Just because you're 2-0 up doesn't mean you're going to win. And especially against this team, I had no idea what they could pull out. So I was just waiting for them to make some sort of heroic comeback. And this was kind of like the first step. For once, Akinfeev made a good save and then he fucks it up. I mean, admittedly, you know, I kind of messed it up, but I pointed it to the guy far left, you know, to my left midfielder, and he just rolled it straight into the attacker's path there, and that is a wonderful goal from Asaidi. I went for the finesse into the far post, but he automatically just went to the near post, and fortunately, that went in. It didn't take too much longer till he was, again, scoring a second goal, as you guys saw there, which was good to see. And I needed to make some substitutions, make sure the fitness of the players was still going. You know, I wanted to really rotate the team. This team just has so much depth. And then there, that was like a huge dramatic effect there. So a slide tackle, and then he ended up flying over the top of the keeper, doing a couple rolls. And it seemed to work on the ref. The ref bought it. And I gave it to Sturridge because I want to start seeing Sturridge scoring some more goals. And he needs to get more goals, more confidence, that sort of thing. So for that reason, that's why I decided to give him the penalty instead of Aubameyang. As you guys can see, though, right towards the end of the game, I swapped on Sterling, I think it was, instead on for Asaidi, which was a pretty good pick, and he actually gets a goal for himself. Really happy with that. A great performance from the team, as Aubameyang there gets the man of the match, which in my opinion was very well deserved. And he seems to be doing well for the team. I look forward to seeing the whole team progress and seeing what we can get from it all, because I have to admit, like, I'm not really feeling that great with this team. So, you know, with that being said, we do just have to keep working at it and making sure players get better and better and stay full fitness. As you can see, Ogbonna said he'd pop his head round the door and say thanks for having faith in playing him so much. Like, Ogbonna would not say, hey, hello boss, thought I'd pop my head around the door. Like, that's just not him. He might as well just be like, hey boss, thought we could just sit down over a cup of tea and eat our crumpets. Like, that's just not what he's gonna say. So, like, I don't know where they got that storyline from, but Ogbonna is not the sort of guy who would be like, hey boss, I thought I'd pop my head around the door. You know, it's just, I just found that so funny when I read it. I don't know why. I just figured, you know, as if he would say something like that. But anyways, we wanted to quickly jump into the squad report. I know you guys like the squad report, and so I thought I'd bring that to you. As you can see, Ogbonna already gone up by +2, which is huge. You know, there's not a lot of growth from some of the other players, but as you can see, Asaidi gone up +2, Coutinho going up 1, Aubameyang already going up 1, which is awesome. Unfortunately, Gerrard going -1, and a few of the other players going up 1, 2, 3, you know, that sort of thing. Cody's actually managed to go up 3, but I'm pretty sure that's because I played him in a lot of the preseason games. But I hope you guys have all enjoyed this episode, and if you have, then leaving a like is always very much appreciated. You guys don't know how far that stuff goes, and I really do appreciate all the love. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in a little bit. Bye bye.